All right, testing 1 2, testing 1 2. All right, testing again, testing. The retro god has spoken. Right, Red Dwarf. Oh, man. You crack me up, dude. Alright guys, welcome back to another stream at a completely different time than we normally do. This is something I just sort of came up with on the fly just a couple of days ago. And, you know, a couple of years ago I used to do some morning streams for folks over in the UK and Europe. And I haven't done that in a while. So I just picked this up over the weekends versus Castlevania, and it should be a relatively short stream. And I thought to myself, hey, you know, short stream, this would be ideal for a early morning stream for you European folk out there. So yeah, we're gonna play this. I've actually played through the first loop already and dabbled with the second loop, and I'll talk about, you know, the difficulty spike and some changes from the NES version and whatnot as we go through the game. For anyone curious about this, this was a I don't even know where to start. The Versus platform by Nintendo was released in the mid 80s, and it was basically an arcade version of, you know, the NES. Games were sometimes custom tailored for that hardware though, so Castlevania, for instance, is actually quite similar to the NES one, but it has some notable differences in that you take more damage, especially in the second loop. They've added in a couple of extra enemies and spots where there aren't enemies in the NES version, and so on and so forth. Other games like Versus Super Mario Brothers had way more changes. That game in particular had completely different level design for most of the game, and it was much more challenging. Whereas other games like Castlevania were a little more faithful to the NES version, but still had some difficulty increases and balance tweaks and whatnot. Some other games had a focus on either versus or cooperative play. I don't know if that's why it was called the Versus system, but not every game was like that. It was, you know, you had stuff like Castlevania and Gradius and so on and so forth that were, you know, a lot like their NES counterparts, just more challenging. So this is available on PS4 and Nintendo Switch, and I think it's about $7.99 or $8 US. And so I also picked up Versus Gradius, which is much like this one, you know, just like the NES game, just with some minor, you know, changes and whatnot. It's pretty cool. So if anyone's interested in this, it's not expensive. You know, I do recommend it for Castlevania fans. I'd say hardcore Castlevania fans. People that just casually play the NES version probably don't need to mess around with this, but people that are pretty good at the NES game probably want to give this a try, especially its second loop, where the game is just considerably more difficult. So but yeah, I'm also actually playing with an arcade stick today because this was an arcade game. So I'm gonna play it how it was intended to be played, with an arcade stick. So yeah, we've got the Hori RAP4 for PS4, and so we're gonna play it, you know, just like it was back in the day, sort of, with an arcade stick. You have a couple different modes here. You got Versus Castlevania. This is the original mode that you just go through the whole game and then it loops afterwards. There's a high score mode where I guess you just play for a high score, which could actually be somewhat tricky in this version of the game because you do have limited time. Although actually towards the end of the game, they for some reason don't give you less time than the NES one, so you can still grind out for points later on in the game. Yeah, I don't know. And then there's Caravan Mode. I haven't actually played Caravan Mode. What caravans are usually in Japanese games is these timed modes where you go, you know, you start at a very specific section of the game and you play for like 3 minutes or something like that and try to accumulate as many points as you can in that short time period. So we'll maybe give that a try at the end of the stream and, you know, see what that's all about. So let's go ahead and jump into this. Actually, first, before I jump into it, what I want to do is show you guys the settings and whatnot. And so let's go ahead and press the touchpad on the PS4 controller, and it brings up these options. So you do have, it looks like, save states in here, which I haven't actually used. You have display settings. We are using the default aspect ratio, but I did turn the screen filter off. You've got scan lines and stuff like that. Not a fan of digital or virtual scan lines, and I don't like the blurred filter either. So I always just turn it off. If you ever buy an Arcade Archives game, it always defaults to screen filter 0. So you have to press left once to turn it off if you don't want the bilinear filter. You got the original game's characters designs. When characters overlap, they will appear the same as they did in the original game. So I would say yes, leave that on. Orientation of the display, which is actually kind of interesting. You can actually rotate this display. I think this is just baked into all the Arcade Archives games. This is something you would use if you were playing a vertically scrolling shoot 'em up where the screen's taller than it is wide, like Twin Bee or something like that, which is actually another Arcade Archive title I picked up recently. So, but yeah, you got that option. You got wallpaper. It's just this basic border. It's nothing special. So, and you've also got game settings. So it actually defaults to easy, and then the second difficulty is hard. I don't know how these differ. I don't know if maybe hard is just the second loop, but immediately. But we're going to stick it on the default difficulty. And then you have change the multiplier for bonus points when collecting a magic crystal after defeating a boss. So this was probably adjustable via dip switch settings back in the day on the real hardware. That's just my guess anyway. So we're going to leave everything on the default settings. And yeah, we have some extra sound options too. These Arcade Archives packs are actually really cool. So, you know, there's some decent options in here. And you can change your buttons as well. So I basically have my whip as X, circle as jump. So nothing special there. Let's go back. And then you do have sort of a manual here that tells you what all the options do. This is just for people that are curious about, you know, that are brand new to the game and whatnot. So... Hard mode just switches the game to Haunted Castle. I think Haunted Castle was actually easier than the second loop of this game, believe it or not. Well, I don't know. I haven't gotten too familiar with the second loop of this arcade version, but it is brutal because on the second loop, one hit takes away half of your health bar. So 2 hits and you're dead on the second loop. And the second loop is quite challenging as well, as you guys will see. So yeah, that's that. And what I'm going to do here is switch over to a different 4x3 template I've got set up. But before we start, as usual, I'd like to give a big shout out to all our Patreon backers. Thank you guys for your continued support. And of course, I forgot to update the slide as that's something I've been doing a lot lately. I just totally forgot to update the slide. But yeah, big shout out to T-Bone Saxman, who actually backed the channel the other day, so thank you for that, T-Bone. I really appreciate it. If anyone's interested in getting my videos early, as well as participating in Q&A sessions, or if you just feel like helping out the channel, check out the link in the description box below to maybe support the channel on Patreon. Same goes for those live stream super chatters and channel members. Big shout out to Society of Sin in particular. He did massive donations on our last stream on Saturday. I feel kind of bad actually, but thanks a lot, Society, and thanks to everyone else that's pitching in as well. And thanks to everyone that's a channel member as well. If you want to back the channel like you would on Patreon, but you'd rather do it through YouTube itself, you can do it as a channel member by clicking that join button, and you'll get some funky emotes and stuff like that for these live streams if you like to hang out in the live stream. So thanks everybody for that. And let's go to our 4x3 template here. I'm not actually switching. Wait, why is my... you gotta be kidding me, man. I think I might have actually screwed up the, all right, hold on a second, guys. I had actually set the crop and everything before starting the stream, but for some reason it just reset. So let me readjust this stuff real quick on the fly. There is actually kind of a funny glitch that happened to me earlier. It was you know, on the NES version of the game, if you let the demo roll out for too long, and you start a brand new game, there will be no music or sound as you play for the first level. It's actually kind of interesting, and that actually happened to me during my well, pre-game session. So, but yeah, let's go ahead and get this set up. You guys can't actually see what I'm doing, but I can see what I'm doing, and I guess that's what matters, right? So, and there we go, sort of fixed. That was really weird. I must have adjusted the crop by accident in the yeah, I don't know what happened there. Maybe I reset the capture card by accident. I have no idea. But who cares? So let's go ahead and just hit the insert credit button, which I have set to triangle. And we're going to go ahead and jump into the game. Hey, Tony, welcome back. Go ahead and hit the start button. Play some versus Castlevania. Should be a good time. So like I said, this is a little more challenging than the NES version. So you'll notice if you look at the timer at the top of the screen, we actually have a lot less time than we normally would playing the game. So the idea on this first level, the first couple levels actually, is to try to go through it relatively quickly. Try to go through it relatively quickly because we only have so much time to get through these first few stages. And one thing you'll probably notice if you've played a lot of the NES version is the colors look different in this version, and that's because the arcade hardware used RGB and had a different color palette than what you would see from a home NES console. So that's one of the cool things about playing the arcade version here, is you do get a different color palette, and some areas of the game look pretty interesting with the new color palette. I like it quite a bit. Hey Kyle, welcome to the stream. And so, you know, a lot of the game is very similar to the NES one, but what you'll find in this beginning part here that disappeared is that you know, one hit from an enemy will actually deplete 4 blocks of health just from the very beginning of the game. In the original NES version, that doesn't happen until the end of the game. I'm just gonna skip that money bag. I don't really care that much. So you can tell right from the very beginning that the damage output of enemies is much higher already. So that combined with the lower amount of time, you can't, you know, you can't take as many hits in the early parts of the game, and you also can't goof around as much. So we only have 90 seconds left, so we only have so much time. And so what I'm going to do is actually try to use the stopwatch for the first couple of levels just to make life a little bit easier. So let's wait for him to dive at us. Great little strategy there for people that don't know about that. The stopwatch is really fantastic for the first couple levels here. Hey, Z28. So yeah, this is just, we just started versus Castlevania. This is the very first level of the game. And, you know, I predict a full single loop run will probably take us about, you know, 30 minutes to go through, if that. But our success also depends on whether I lose the stopwatch on the last stage. So I'm going to go ahead and just use the stopwatch there again so I don't get hit by that bat. And I actually used the stopwatch by accident there. I didn't mean to. So let's go ahead and try to get some hearts then. Yeah, the bad boss is it's a fun boss. I like it. It's a good start to the game. Definitely a good start. Alright. And I don't want that. That's a dagger. Pretty much all the items are still in the same locations, so if you're familiar with the item locations on Castlevania NES, you'll be familiar with them here as well. And I think what I'm going to do is just do the old damage boost. Very easy speedrunner technique right there. And we're going to grab some health here. And I'm going to also actually use the stopwatch to get past this first section right here. Wait for that to go up, and then use the stopwatch. Just like so. And then switch over to the holy water. I wanted the holy water because it's, for one, it's great against Medusa, as is the stopwatch. But the holy water is also a little more useful on stage 3. And I'd like to carry the holy water to the end of stage 3 so I can use it on the boss fight. And then by the time we get to that boss fight, I'll have a triple shot. And we'll just skip that ghost that follows us. Gotta get better with this arcade stick because I'm constantly pressing up and attack by accident. Just by very slightly moving the stick upwards and diagonally. Yeah, you like that, Red Dwarf? Or Red? I keep calling you Red Dwarf. Red used to be Red Dwarf on YouTube, but he changed his name. He still goes by Red Dwarf on Twitch. Yeah, the updated color palette is kind of nice. I do like it. I especially like the end of stage 4, right before Frankenstein and Igor. Just deal with those hunchbacks pretty easily. You can usually just jump up and smack them like that if you want. There's some good old health. So, for those of you guys that watched my Castlevania anniversary stream over the weekend, you know, a lot of this is going to look very familiar. So this first loop isn't going to be anything to write home about until the very end. So just kind of kick back, relax, and enjoy it. So as far as I can tell, pretty much all the money bags and things like that are in the same locations. Unlike the old MS-DOS version I just covered. Currently only available to patrons, but should be posted this Sunday, I believe. Yeah, no, definitely this Sunday. Just a reminder for anyone curious, I am going back to my, oops. Pressed up by accident. Going back to my bi-weekly Let's Play schedule starting this Sunday, so this Sunday will be the last weekly Let's Play I'll be doing for quite some time. So if you start to wonder why there aren't weekly uploads, that's why. So these bone pillars, they always shoot out 2 projectiles back to back, so you just want to time your attack. Your whip will destroy their fireballs. But you can see that the damage output from enemies has gone up already. So we took 1 hit and it's taken off 6 blocks of health. Which is a lot of health. So that only gives me 2 free hits. Just 2 free hits and that's it. So, you know, versus Castlevania, the first loop in particular is very close to the NES's first loop, if not identical. But the fact that you can't take as many hits means that you have to play more on point. Oops. And that is a mistake I always make with the bone pillars, is your holy water, throwing the holy water will not destroy their fireballs like it does in Castlevania 3. This weird money bag is still here too. So we're gonna go ahead and use the simple trick here. Just play it really safe up top. And look at that, we're almost out of time already. And if we were playing the NES game, that would never happen on a run like that. Alright, stage 4. Let's see how we do here with the holy water. I think we'll be fine on loop 1. It's loop 2 that scares me. So there's always going to be a bat. And the bats basically come like, kind of on a timer. So I can pretty much just book it here on loop 1. On loop 2, I pretty much have to wait before the candles. Oh, that was very, very lucky. I didn't think that was going to come out so soon. Yeah, it seems like the frequency of bats has actually increased. Which is not what I was expecting here. It's okay, we're in good shape. We got the holy water. We should be able to make it to Frankenstein and Igor with the holy water, and just... that'll make the boss really easy. And what I like to do here is actually take my time and not rush into where the enemies have died, because they have a tendency of dropping an axe here. And I really don't want to pick that up. Because if I do, that'll make the boss extremely difficult. Now there's another speedrun technique you can do here where the bone dragon comes out and you can just walk right underneath him. See, there's the axe. Very, very consistent. So let's just keep walking and don't do anything. The last thing you need on the death fight is an alarm. Yeah. Well, what's interesting is that from stage 3 here and on, they actually don't really deplete your time, or give you less time, I should say. I mean, maybe there is a difference in how much time they give you on stages 4, 5, and 6, but you still get a ton of time. It's just the first 3 levels where they really strap you for time, which is kind of weird. I wonder why they strapped you for time on those levels, but not the later stages. Maybe they thought the later stages were hard enough as is. Uh-oh, I messed up. That's a big mess up right there. Holy crap. Ooh. Yeah, see, I got too far to this ledge here. And I'm supposed to throw it, you know, maybe from the middle. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I totally messed up. I got lucky. Good recovery, though. I'll take it. Alright, on to stage 5. And we're going to go ahead and, you know, on this first loop, I'm going to take advantage of any trick I can in the book, just to survive. But loop 2, I'm going to have to play fairly differently because of the amount of, you know, the amount of damage enemies will do to me. Thanks, Kurt. I appreciate it. I don't mind taking a hit or two here because there will be some health at the end of this screen. So you can see on this level too, I've got a ton of time. Oh no! No! No. See, that's why you don't walk into where enemies have died, because they'll drop a dagger when you've already got the holy water. That's very, very frustrating. Super frustrating. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick up this axe then. Maybe I can get a doubler or tripler by the end of this level being over. Alright, so we're not gonna be able to, you know, just instantly kill death for free. We're gonna have to actually fight him now. You were stuck on Frank for about a month as a kid. Yeah, me too, man. I think most kids were. And then the Grim Reaper as well. Because, you know, most of us didn't know the holy water trick back in the day. That wasn't something I really learned until I was an adult. Alright, let's come up here, get this double shot. Brian goes, that'll make things more exciting. Yeah, I mean, I guess it will. It's gonna be pretty difficult. I might end up getting a game over though, because yeah, we can only take 2 hits. Alright, so we get a double shot. Unfortunately, we're not going to get a triple shot. But a double is better than nothing. I will take a doubler. There is a boomerang right there, but, you know, since I can't get the tripler, or even a doubler with it, I'm not going to bother with it. I mean, I could actually try to instigate a doubler to appear with the boomerang by destroying projectiles with it and enemies, but it's not really worth the trouble. The axe is actually pretty decent on death. Uh-oh. Alright. Let's see how this goes, guys. Alright, don't jump right away. I made that mistake on my Saturday stream. A sickle always likes to appear right above you. I tried jumping forward, but it didn't happen. See, that was actually good, but I just flubbed, Oh, come on. Now you're gonna give me a doubler? I just completely flubbed a couple of maneuvers. I either attacked too late, or I just attacked when I shouldn't have. Did I finish Super Ghouls and Ghosts on Pro? Yeah, of course. It's not really that much harder than the, you know, normal and hard or expert or whatever it's called. As long as you know the, you know, the charge tricks, taking advantage of your, you know, your invincibility time after doing a charge. Alright, I definitely have to go back now. Oh, man. Well, you've got a lot of time, though. It's okay. Yeah, the goddess bracelet at the very end is very challenging, for sure. Look at that, doubler. I mean, that is easily the hardest part of the whole game. Pretty much, I think, for any run. Okay, let's try this again. This time with the boomerang. Oh, not good. Oh, no! I should have got him. I should have had him. But... should have had him. Oh, come on, really? Get a PTSD. It's a tough fight, man. It is a tough fight. The challenge is great, though. Without the challenge, Castlevania would just not be the same. The game has just the right amount of menacing. Alright, unfortunately I don't have a doubler. Oh. Yeah, it's crazy too, where like sometimes he'll just kind of stop in place for a while, and then other times he'll just keep flying around like crazy. And all because I lost my holy water from a stupid hunchback. Out of the 3 Castlevanias, what do I prefer? Castlevania 64, yeah. I'd much rather play those than play the PS2 games. I don't know, despite their sort of slower nature compared to the later later 3D titles, I still feel like they feel more like Castlevania. I still feel like they feel? It's redundant. They feel more like Castlevania to me than the later games do. Like Limits of Innocence or Curse of Darkness or Lords of Shadow. Yeah, I would still rather play the 64 games. They're not bogged down with ridiculous story either. Like, they get the gameplay and story balance just right, if you ask me. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, shit. I got a flawless... I thought I was gonna get a flawless victory, and then a sickle started chasing me. Oh, man. Flawless victory. Fatality. Oh, that's what's fun about the death fight, though. It can come very, very, very close. Alright, I guess I'm gonna try to stick with the boomerang here. Unfortunately, I'm at the mercy of these bats. They can be fairly random, so... But sometimes, you know, if you get the pattern just right... You know, you can... squeeze past them like that. And this guy likes to... Yep! Like, every other time you fight him, he dives at you. Oh, jeez. Please don't kill me. Thank you. I really need the stopwatch here, because, this upcoming part is really difficult in this version, because I can only take 2 hits, and then the 3rd hit and I'm dead. So to finding differences between this and the NES one, yeah, mainly on Loop 2. Which we're gonna see in a little bit. Also, the damage output from enemies is much greater in this version. Okay, good. So that'll give me a chance to use the stopwatch once to get some health here. Oh, that was close. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not gonna be able to use it down here though, which is kind of where I need it. Let's see. Please don't hit me. Please don't hit me. Okay, that's fine. Okay, good. We're good. We're golden, guys. Whew! The first time I played this, I actually really got screwed at that section. I had lost my stopwatch because I fell down a hole. And I had to get through that section with, you know, just taking 2 hits and that's it. Yeah, so the color output is a little bit different. You know, the arcade hardware outputs RGB, whereas the NES does not. and it also has a different color palette. So the colors are different in certain screens. They also pop more. It's really interesting. It's one of the things I like about playing the arcade version. So I actually don't even need the hearts. I'm not gonna bother with them. Usually on Dracula now, I just fight him whip only. Ah, not good. He's not appearing where I want him to. Okay. Round 2. Round 2. Fights. I should probably... that was dumb. Dumb on my part. He's not gonna... Yeah. I faced the wrong way doing that duck. So you can bait him in the jumping high by ducking in front of him, but I ducked the wrong way. I don't think ducking in the opposite direction works. Well, we're getting really close to a 1 credit clear, so let's see if we can do it. So I'll use the holy water this time. Get those 2 hits on him if you time it just right. Although if he spawns far away like that, it's kind of hard to do it. Or if he spawns right on top of you like that, it's also hard to do it. See, there we go. Nice. No, not nice. Why did you jump forward, doofus? Oh, I'm such an idiot. Alright, just duck. There we go. See, like that. Alright, that was close. So, this is going to throw us right into the second loop after the ending's over, and what I found... I mean, look at those trees. Look at how bright the trees are in this version. It's crazy. They're very, very dark and muted in the NES one. In the courtyard, when you start, there's a, you know, even on loop 2 of the NES one, you just, it's empty. It's just no enemies until you get inside the castle. But on loop 2 on this version, there were bats flying at you already, just in the courtyard at the very beginning. So the second the game starts again, you have to, you know, you have to be on point. You have to be in control, otherwise you're going to take a big hit by a bat. And, so from here on out, enemies will take away, half of our health bar. So you only get 1 free hit now for the rest of the game. And, loop 2 is where I got hung up last time. Last time I played this. Hey, JD Crow. Early morning or late night stream? Early morning for everyone, late night for me. Because I just got off work about 2 hours ago. Yeah, see, look at those bats. They're not here on loop... Holy crap! They're not here on loop 2 on the NES version. Yeah, so... This is where things really start to heat up. I haven't finished loop 2 on this version, Ben. I've beaten the hell out of loop 2 on the NES one. This loop 2 is significantly harder. As you can see, I took one hit, and half of my health bar is gone. So, and there we go, we're dead. And I lost my doubled holy water. Where did I get to before? I got to, I got to stage 4, the beginning of stage 4. And we will get there again, you guys will see. And you guys will see how hellish that stage is on Loop 2. Actually, that's, does it get to one-hit kill on Loop 3 or anything? I have no idea because I've never been to Loop 3 on the arcade version. I know in the NES version, the game doesn't actually raise in difficulty past Loop 2. But I'm not so sure about this one. Maybe we can find out on this stream. I would like to. I'd really like to. Yeah, 2 bats at once. That doesn't ever happen on NES Loop 2 either. I'm pretty sure they never throw 2 bats at you at once. So we're gonna use the same strategy here as we did on Loop 1. Would I recommend this over the NES one? Only if you want a bigger challenge. Otherwise, it's the same game. So. Cuts all the damage boosts out. Loop 2 does, yeah. Well, not all of them. You can still do the damage boosts on Loop 1. Stage 23. Extra life, nice. Ah. Yeah, those bats are so much faster now. And the Medusa's gonna be there, but there's gonna be health here. There we go. That's a Loop 2 exclusive item. It's also in the NES version. There are a couple of exclusive items on Loop 2. But yeah, like, speaking of the damage boost, you can still do the Medusa damage boost on this next screen, but, you know, again, you run the risk of, dying because your health is so low. Did that... Wait a second. How come I have only 2 blocks of health missing? Did something hit me and only take away 2 blocks of health? See, like that right there. But now one more hit and I'm dead, so it's kind of risk versus reward now. Oh, that was close. I'm gonna use the stopwatch strategy on Medusa. And this bat's... Okay, I thought that bat was gonna hit me. He's actually hit me before. I actually love that huge hitbox on the whip. It doesn't even touch the enemy and it still hurts him. I love it when games do that. Like, give you the power to have wacky hitboxes that are advantageous for you. I don't like it when enemies can do that. That's not fun. Cool. And I think I'm going to actually use the stopwatch for the rest of this next level, too. Whip it! Whip it good! Oh, no! I didn't actually want that. Ah, man, I'm making that mistake so many times on this playthrough. Well, this is gonna be fun. I guess the curse carried over to Loop 2. This is the real Simon's Quest. I don't think that doubler is there on Loop 1. So I have to do a lot if I want to get to the end without dying. Because again, one hit and I'm dead. Get as many hearts as I can. Look at those Medusas. So fast. And speaking of which... Oh, that actually wasn't good. I will take that, though. Birds. This run is actually very, very interesting right now. Yeah, those random skulls in Castlevania 3 really suck. Whoa. Alright. Hey, thank you, Red. I appreciate it. I have to be really careful here because, you know, one hit, I'm dead. Oh, I was looking at my timer like an idiot. Yeah, this isn't good. Not good. This is gonna be rough. Oh, we have to do the whole level over. Added a bunch of credits. We're gonna need them. Ugh, it sucks. Tony's gonna leave a hate. Why are you gonna be like that, Tony? Uh-oh, yeah. You think you're hot stuff, bird, don't you? I always take my time there, even though, like, I could probably jump forward with the holy water without stopping, but I'm always scared that the skeleton's gonna knock me off the ledge. I like all the Castlevania streams. I would hope so. It's Castlevania, man. If you didn't like it, I feel like there'd be something wrong with you. Especially you. You're a big Castlevania fan. Yeah, so I had thought about going back to the stopwatch, but that means we would have to fight the boss like we did before. But if I can get to the boss with the holy water, then we can just get rid of him pretty quickly. I like that, man. That invincibility. Okay, Medusas, do you mind stopping, please? Oh, jeez. Come on, man. That was close. It just goes boing. Normally you hear it count down much longer in the NES one because you have so much time in that game. Alright, this is where things heat up significantly. You guys want stressful, this is stressful. Alright, so the mermen always jump at the candles, and I messed up there. I just walked off. Get used to this beginning section, because you're going to be seeing it a lot. So I just wait for that guy to fall like that, and then wait for this one. And then wait for this one. And that one. Not one here, but there's one right here. And I'm going to actually save the stopwatch here. Hopefully I can get through this with it. I've got to take my time though. There we go. So there's a merman that likes to jump up around here too. And there's one right here. And then there's another one that jumps up right there. Oh, and right there! Come on! Oh, and I walked off the ledge. That was my fault. Isn't the knife the only sub-weapon that isn't the best in one of the games? Yeah. Yeah, the knife is just one of those weapons. It's just kind of like, you know, it's a decent, like, sub-weapon for the levels themselves. If you want to snipe enemies from a distance. But yeah, it's not really, by no means the best all-rounder or anything like that. Oh, you. That's not cool. Not cool at all. I'm gonna try to face left to have the bat come in from the left. Remember that bats and Medusas appear from the side that you're facing. It's a very useful trick that some people don't know about. Haha. Alright, we're gonna have to fight Frankenstein and Igor with, just taking one hit and that's it. So, yeah. This will be interesting. Assuming we even get there, because this part's a lot more difficult now. Look at all those bats. Alright, we can still walk past this guy. How useful the axe was, it made a lot of difference. So yeah, the axe is great in a lot of games. The axe is especially good in, not just Rebirth, but Castlevania Bloodlines. It's really good in Bloodlines. And it's really good in Dracula X as well, both Rondo and the Super Nintendo one. It's actually my preferred sub-weapon for those games. Oh, you gotta be kidding me! He just walked right on top of me. This is gonna be really hard to do without the, stopwatch. Now, there is a speedrun technique where you can just jump over that guy, but his patterns are much more random in this version, so it's not a consistent strategy at all. Dude, what a pain. Got it. Nice. Oh yeah, those bone dragons are really, really tricky on this loop too, man. Like, you guys probably saw them, they were just bouncing up and down like crazy. Normally they're a little more, I don't know, they move around a little bit slower on loop 1, on both this and the NES one. Alright, well that's good. So we're on this level at least, which is nice. I'm past my, my previous roadblock, which is good. JD, I'm using a arcade stick. It's a Hori RAP4 for PS4. And it's just all stock parts. I feel bad for the bone dragons, always connected to a wall. They don't have any say in the matter. Hashtag bone dragons lives matter. Come on. You know you want to touch it. There we go. Ooh, stopwatch. No. I'm not gonna do it. I want to get to the Grim Reaper with the holy water, since we didn't get to do it on loop 1. And let's make sure we don't pick up a dagger by accident here. Trying to figure out how best to do this. Okay, cool. So they still die in one hit with the holy water if you get a good, solid shot. Oh my god, why did I do that? I'm gonna screw myself over by doing stupid things like that. It's really hard to use a sub-weapon facing the downward angle of the staircase. Hey, Stampede, welcome back. Alright, so for anyone that hasn't seen it before, there's actually a block right here. Normally it's a doubler or tripler. That only appears on loop 2. So like I said, there are quite a few items that only appear on loop 2, which is a nice touch. So not only can you go through the game a second time, and the difficulty increases, but there are some extra secrets to find too, which is really cool. Nice. Alright, we're in good shape. Hey, Game Eagle, welcome back. Alright, let's see if this works still. It should still work. Not taking any chances here. We already got a flawless victory on death without the holy water earlier, so... Alright, let's see how this last level goes. Yeah, so it really seems like Stage 4 is like the biggest difficulty spike, and then Stage 5 and Stage 6 are probably about the same as they were before. Yeah, these guys don't really seem any more dangerous. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oops. You know what? Whee! Just went ahead and did that because if I get a game over on the inside of the castle, I'm pretty sure I start back out here. It's not until I get to Dracula's staircase that I get to spawn there. And I was trying to avoid that fireball, and instead I jumped into a bat. That's not good. Alright, as long as I can get on the inside. Oh, jeez. Not meant to do that. I used the axe by accident. This game is not playing nice with me now. I'm gonna use the axe again by accident. Stop doing that. Alright, good. Nope, not this time, sucker. You did that last time. Alright, unfortunately I'm probably gonna have to use the stopwatch here to get past this one skeleton. But this part's gonna be really, really difficult to get past. Only being able to take one hit now. Alright, good. We're in good shape, actually. Stopwatch at different levels. No, Crestline. Oh, that was close. Woohoo! That was good. That was slick, actually. Unintentional, but slick. Alright, let's just go right into Dracula and fight him head on. Yeah, this will probably be the same. It looks like it. Oh, you bastard! Was not expecting that. He bounced back. That doesn't happen that often. This is a problem, actually. I should have ducked. I should have ducked. We're dead. Ah, it sucks, man. I thought we were gonna get a no-hit run on him. You know, I'm gonna goof off now. Since we're at the end, it doesn't really even matter. Whoa, so that's not holy water if you've got a tiny whip? Wow, 2 hits. It takes 2 hits to take 1 block of health off. That's crazy. We gonna have enough time? Oh yeah, we will. Oh, come on. I mistimed that. Whee! Ah! I had no reason to do that. I just did it. Yeah, that's really interesting. Holy water doesn't appear if you don't have a powered up whip. I never knew that. Never knew that. Hey, Vance, what's going on? It's interesting, we got a lot of the nighttime people here in the morning. That's pretty cool. Come on, Drac. Why are you gonna be like that? It's mean. But I'm a mean guy. That also happens to sound like Batman. Oh wait, I am a Batman. Alright, I don't know how I'm going to do the second form. I don't know if my whip can counter his fireballs. Great, we're dead again. Yep. Alright, I'm going to get powered up. We're going to take the easy way out this time. And stuff like this, guys, is exactly why I've never done a whip-only run. A non-powered up whip-only run, I should say. I've done whip-only runs with the Morning Star. Yeah, no. I was gonna actually kill myself and just use the chain whip. But no, we'll do it the regular way. Come on, Drac. Ha ha ha. Yeah, I feel like he jumps farther, come to think of it. Oh no! Why did I do that? The moment when Simon realizes it's not part 4 and he falls to his death. Man, oh man, oh man. Hey, Charlie. Alright, try this again. Shit, he's gonna hit me. Yeah, I messed that up. Alright, well that's a loop 2. Not as exciting as I had hoped, but eh. I'm actually really curious to know if there is a difference on loop 3, because there's not on the NES version. Yeah, so for any of you guys just joining us, that was loop 2 on Versus Castlevania, which was significantly more difficult in certain ways. The big reason is that, for one, there are more bats and Medusa heads. They come at you really fast, and sometimes bats decide to come in pairs of 2 for some reason. And also, one hit takes away half of your health bar in this one, so very little margin for error in this version. Very little margin for error. Hey, Chris Hendricks! Welcome back, dude. How are you doing today? It's gonna be one-hit deaths. That would actually be really cool. Hey, Shining Philistine, thank you so much for that. Much appreciated. Good job on the second loop. Have a $5. I will gladly take a $5. Thank you very much, sir. Hey, Cabal. Welcome back. It's going alright. I have a feeling the difficulty's not going to increase anymore, but I'm still curious anyway. Yeah, no, it looks like it's probably the same. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be any different. So, man, those bonus points... How many loops am I going for? Just 2. I've never been to loop 3 on this version of the game, so I did want to see if it was any different, but looks like it's pretty much the same. So that's pretty much in line with the NES version of the game, where the second loop, or I should say, sorry, third loop is the same as the second. I don't remember there being okay. Maybe bats come in pairs of 2s more often now? I don't know. I'm doing alright, Chris. I'm doing alright. Long night at work. So, definitely on the tired side of things. But doing alright otherwise. Today's actually the start of a staycation. I'm gonna be off work for the next week and a half. Alright, let's see if we can get this. Good. So what I will do here is I'll show off the Caravan Mode, and we'll see what that's all about. And then I will try the high score mode, but high score mode I'm pretty sure is just going to be the regular game. and you just won't be able to continue. That's my guess anyway. Hey, Jay. Same here. I'm not used to it either. Actually, it's not true. I do it on Twitch all the time, but I'm not used to doing it on YouTube, where my streams are a little more structured and whatnot. All right. Oh, Medusa. Okay. Well, that's that. Let's go back to the title screen. What I am actually curious to check out is if hard mode is basically just the start of loop 2. So I'm going to actually try that too. So let's go to game settings, put it on hard. I don't have a schedule on Twitch, no. I just go live whenever I've got free time, which is pretty much all the time. Okay, so no bats here, so we're definitely not on loop 2. I wonder what the difference is then. Maybe a higher damage output? Let's see. Oh yeah, I think that's probably all it is. No bats here either. Okay. So interesting. Hard mode is basically loop 1, but you take more damage. You take damage like you do on loop 2. It seems like that's the main difference so far. Okay. I am playing with an arcade stick, yeah. Alright, so let's try this caravan mode. Okay, let me actually go back here so you guys can read this with me. So it says caravan mode is a mode where you compete for scores earned in a 5-minute period without using saves. The button settings are the same as those configured for original mode, but you will not be able to use the turbo function. Screen filter and size of display are settings under display settings, blah, blah, blah. Menu screen. When you press the touchpad button, the menu screen will be displayed. You do various things in the menu, such as restart the game, view online rankings, reset your high scores and rankings in the game, and return to the title screen. Ooh, exciting stuff. Oh, if I bring up the menu, I can't resume. Okay, so good to note. All right. Let's go for it. But yeah, one reason I'm using my stick, Charlie, is that oh no, it's cropping it out. Okay, we'll just go full screen then. Yeah, one reason I'm using the arcade stick for this is because you know, the original arcade game here used an arcade stick. So I was like, you know, if I want to get the full versus Castlevania experience, I need to use an arcade stick. Alright, so we're playing for score here. So what I want to do is just milk these guys over and over. Just like that. I'm trying to think how these guys are getting 500,000 points, though. That just doesn't seem doable to me. Unless... No, so you don't get that many points for beating the game, or beating the level. Unless, like, the scoring system's a little bit different. I don't know. I'm in a massage chair and watching Castlevania. Life is so hard. Welcome back, Olivia. Long time no see. We're milking for points. This is honestly kind of boring. Yeah, it might, Jay. We'll try that next. I'm already at 78,000 points, though. And Simon had a heart attack. And he keeled over. Oh, come on. Why are you doing that? Uh-oh, not good. No, stop appearing from that side. Stop. Stop it. Come on, dude. Seriously? Right-hand side. There you go. That's a good zombie. Dude, man. Come on. Alright, this is annoying. It's officially annoying. Oh, I'm out of hearts. Oh, look at that. 3,000 points below the 14th place score. You found Castlevania Lords of Shadow in 2 PS3s. Still a good find, though. I mean... Were you, like, intentionally looking for them because you knew you had them, or were they just, like, surprise finds? You're like, oh, I didn't know I had these. If that's the case, that'll be a nice surprise. Alright, so let's go ahead and just play through the level normally and see what happens. Oh, I missed him. hit? Okay. Looks like it's the normal mode difficulty. Oh, Charlie Friday's out. See ya, Charlie. You're probably gone already. If I come across one of the verse cabinets in real life, yeah, I have. I have actually a friend that owns one, and at MagFest, one of the local gaming conventions I've been to, they've had a few as well. But back in the day, I don't think I did. I think I only encountered the PlayChoice 10 systems, which was basically the same kind of hardware. Basically the same kind of hardware, but that actually used the NES versions of games, not the arcade versions. I just realized that if I want to get more points, I need as many hearts as possible. Yeah, not worth it. It's not worth it. How the F do you get 534,000 points on level 1? I think that just comes off as impossible to me. I've only got 8,000 points right now. Or 9,000 just about. You're looking for them because the jerk at Sony said he wouldn't give you your account back unless you could find the original console that the account was created on. Are you serious? Wow, what a pain. I would have been furious, man. I would have been furious. Yeah, I don't know, Jay. I don't know, man. Hey, that's garbage. It didn't register my score. I should be right here. Let's see what happens. I do have a score registered. I uploaded it. Stupid Caravan Mode. Let's see what high score mode's like. Compete for scores earned without using saves. The game will continue until you get a game over. The button settings are the same as those configured for original mode. Okay, same thing. Yeah, no, I know it takes a few minutes. It's just some other games it does it instantly, so it's like you don't have to wait. We're not gonna play through the game for score. Yeah, there's really no point. Ha! Yeah, I mean, I didn't mean that pun, but yeah. So like one guy's got 2 million points, and that's just that'll take all day. So Castlevania, you can get extra lives from points. And so you could theoretically just grind out for points all day. And the person with the most time will be the winner. The most time and endurance, or patience. Did your account have much on it? I mean, you could have just created a new account though, right? Or was your Lords of Shadow a digital copy? Simon can't backflip like Richter, but he's got a skillful backwards jump. If my dumbass can actually get it consistently. It's very difficult to get. copy is disc. Okay. Oh man, I don't know what to do now. It's an hour and a half into the stream, and I don't know. I could try Caravan Mode again. For those of you guys just joining us, I can go through the game again all the way if you guys want to see that. Alright, so I'm gonna get my whip upgraded, and I guess the goal is just to get that holy water. Don't need that dagger. Get that 1,000 points. Excuse me. No! Ugh. Freaking thing, man. Are there big differences? Go through hard mode. No, hard mode's actually pretty much the same, Tony. I mean, I can if you want me to. It's the same as loop 1, except that, you know, one hit takes away half your health bar. Ben, I already know for score mode, it's a full run of the game is probably going to get you a couple 100,000 points, and that's it. So if you wanted to get 2 million points, you would have to, you'd have to grind out like crazy. This isn't actually good. Yeah, I do want to finish a good caravan run, and then I'll do another loop, and I'll put it on hard, like Tony says. Hey, Doomstash. But as far as like versus Castlevania itself, yeah, it has some enemies like some bats at parts where bats don't exist on the NES version. The damage output's also much higher in the arcade game. So enemies at first take away 4 blocks of health normally, which is about twice of what it is on the NES one. Either 2 or I don't remember if it's double or if it's 1 extra block. Then later on the game, enemies take even more health with 6 blocks of health. So the game is more challenging in that regard, but it's also more challenging on Loop 2 because some enemies like the Gillman and the Merman really feels like they come out faster on Loop 2. Nice. Yeah, getting combos like that is what I want. I feel like there's a spawn point right there, and you could probably get them to come out in groups of 4 if you're lucky. See, like that. Come on. Oh, I'm out. Hurry up! Do it now! We have 9 hearts. Yeah, it's not working. Ooh, okay. Maybe that's all I have to do. No. Yeah, I can't figure it out. This is actually worse than my first run. Alright, I give up. We're not gonna get it. Online rankings. There we are. Number 16. Wonder how many people are on here. Is that seriously it? Only 47 people have played Caravan Mode? People, man. People! Yeah, there's got to be a special way to point press on that first section. Alright, so Tony says play hard mode. So I'll go through the game again since a lot of you guys have just joined us. And then I think we'll probably end up ending the stream after that. Unless, yeah, there's not really anything else for me to do. Alrighty. Actually, let's make sure it's still on hard mode. I think it is. Yeah, it is. Okay. Chris Hendricks actually beat Castlevania for the NES for the first time ever yesterday. Hell yeah, man. Very nice, Chris. Hey, Travis Student. We've already gone through the game a couple times, and we just dabbled with the Caravan Mode, which some people apparently know some broken scoring that I don't. Yeah, I can never get it. Can never get it. Yeah, that's okay. You know what? Screw you, Bat. Oh, hell yeah, Castlevania 3. Definitely, man. I'm trying to think of how I should go through this next level. I think what I might do is try to do the boomerang since, you know, I've already done 2 runs where I use the stopwatch or holy water. So you get the boomerang right here if you want it. And it's good to take out this bat. And that bat. And get the double shot here. The boomerang is a really fun weapon to use. I don't use it very often because of the holy water strategies, but it's fun to mess around with it. Alright, so let's try to do this relatively normally. Jump over those guys. Ooh, that was close. Alright, and the Medusa pattern I think should be the same as the NES one. So once we get to it, we're going to run all the way over to the right, and then try to jump over. Now if I suck... Oh, come on! That is just garbage, man. I really don't like the hitboxes on those things. That's disappointing. So we're not going to be able to use the boomerang on Medusa. Or the next level, for that matter. You do get a boomerang halfway through the next level, but I wanted it at the very beginning. Alright, I'll still try to do Medusa with only. So I showed this off in my boss's video about a month ago, but yeah, you just walk over to the right. And then... Oh, you son of a... Okay, I think she's a little more random. In the NES version, it's pretty much guaranteed. You can just jump over her. See, that is one difference from the NES game. Let's try it again. If this doesn't work on the first try, then I'm gonna use my holy water. So you jump over like that. And then probably jump over again. Oh. I don't want to do this whole level over again. Yeah, so every time I practiced this boss in the NES version, she would always go to the right. I would just jump over to the left. And then she'd go all the way to the other side of the screen. But in this version, it seems like she's a little more random. Feels that way anyway. I actually wouldn't mind having the dagger here just to mix things up. Oops. Yeah, okay, so that doubler right here is only on loop 2. I never knew that. It's crazy to think this game is so old, yet I'm still learning new things about it. Let's go ahead and just... Yeah, that was risky. I should have thrown the holy water as I was going up the first time. You only finished Castlevania 1 and 3 this year. Good accomplishments. And better late than never. Alright, boomerang. You actually only ever played them this year. Holy crap, dude. He never finishes playing Castlevania. What are you talking about? I'm gonna finish it after this run. We're gonna get out of here. Oh, that was garbage. I've actually seen that happen before. Oh, jeez. This could be a problem. That's actually pretty close. Hey, Dustin. Well, I'm sure it's most people's first morning stream with me, because I haven't done one in probably like 2 years. I don't think I did one last year. I think last October was all nighttime streams. They give less time on the first 3 levels, yeah. And then levels 4, 5, and 6 seem... Well, I don't know if they're identical, but they give you plenty of time on these levels. Doomstash is there. Welcome back, Doomstash. Playing Super Castlevania 4, waiting on Symphony of the Night in the mail. Nice. Oh, nice, Ben. Contra 3 hard mode. Not easy. Oh, come on. 9 Hunchback. Idiots, poor idiots would probably crash if there were 9 Hunchback on screen. Castlevania would just be like, yeah, I give up, game over. But what I like to tell people is that it is easy. A lot of sections are easy, actually. It's just, you just gotta know how to do, gotta know how to go through them, that's all. You gotta know what to do and what not to do. Oh, come on. Oh, that was close. That fight's really scary when you can only take one hit. You want to play the NES Contras, your next retro goal. Well, the NES Contras are really easy, Ben. You'll just tear right through those games. Yeah, Versus Castlevania is an arcade game that was brought to home consoles a couple weeks ago on Switch and PS4 as an arcade archive. That's not a good start. Oh boy. Hey, wait. Did I get hit twice? Hold on a second. We need to test something here. They're taking away more than half of a health bar now. Not that it really matters all that much. I mean, you still only get one free hit. Huh. Okay. Duly noted. Ever played Parodius DOS, specifically the Super Nintendo version? I have played it, yeah. I also have the PS1 Parodius Deluxe Pack, the first one. I think on the Grim Reaper I might just use the Holy Water strat, because, yeah. Yeah, it is a lot of damage. It's a crazy amount of damage. Oops. Keep doing that by accident. See, now I'm actually really curious if Loop 2 on hard mode will kill you in one hit. I'm really, really curious to know. You're gonna start buying and collecting 2D retro games? It's not cheap. Be forewarned. It's not cheap. Oh yeah, no, we'll be good, Elmatic. Yeah, I don't have any problems with that section. We'll be good. And then death is gonna be a cakewalk too, because I'm just gonna cheese him. Yeah, so I mean, having extra health now doesn't even make a difference. I still only get one free hit. Enemies take so many hits, or take so much health off of me. They do so much damage to me. See, boom! This hallway's actually really easy if you got holy water. More standard levels like the first one? Nah, game's fine. The game is not just fine, it is perfect. It needs no changes. 2.5D Trevor Student, it's basically 2D gameplay with 3D graphics. That's what people mean by 2.5D. There's 2D, there's 3D, then to refer to 2D gameplay with 3D polygons, 2.5D. It's just a way of labeling that kind of game. Or that kind of style, I should say. Let's see how many tries this takes us here. You get a dive. I'm on to you. It's twice now. Tony, Symphony is only in 2.5D game at specific parts. In most parts of the game, it's fully 2D, with just standard scrolling backgrounds and stuff like that. It's only 2.5D at very specific moments. But yes, it is part 2.5D for sure. Okay, good. Nice. First try. Well, Dustin, he's not wrong, though, because, like, if you get to the clock tower, or, sorry, if you get to, the outside portion just outside Dracula's room, that's all 2.5D, and it's all polygons in the background. Or some of it is, like the clock tower. Like this guy, the top right. That's there in Symphony of the Night. But it's 3D. That would be 2.5D. But 2.5D, more specifically to me, refers to everything being in 3D. So like Castlevania Dracula X Chronicles on PSP is full-on 2.5D. There's, oh god, Philosoma? No, you don't want Philosoma. Philosoma is probably the worst shooter on the PlayStation. Just my 2 cents. But I mean, go get it if you want it, but be prepared for disappointment. It's not great. Yeah, no, this is live. Yeah, we're live. Yes, Pandemonium is absolutely 2.5D. Yep. Oops! Look at that damage! Nice. No! I was trying to turn around, but it didn't work. Yep, Donkey Kong Country Returns is 2.5D. Absolutely. Lots of good examples. Yeah, Dustin, I recommend Trevor Student's recommendation. Is, Elemental Gearball. Really fun game. It's basically a light gun shooter. I want to suck your blood. Man, it's the day before Halloween. Doesn't feel like it because I've been pounding away at Let's Plays and live streams all month. October has just flown by. And we're dead. I knew that was gonna happen. Ultimate Ghosts and Goblins on PSP. Yeah, no, that's a great game. It's very, very difficult, though. I'd say that game probably has the hardest start of all of the Ghosts and Goblins games. It's got a brutal first level. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, I'm definitely mistiming this. I'd like to get 2 hits on him if I can, but you gotta get the timing just right. Otherwise you get hit by his fireballs. Oh, you fat bastard. The PSP is non-working. We're gonna cheese this final form. I want to get more hearts. Alright, hopefully that's enough. There we go. That's what I need. It's like, I don't care if you can kill me in 2 hits. You can't touch me. Alright, I'm curious if the damage output is increased on loop 2. So that was hard mode. Hard mode is just like loop 1 normally, but the damage output is a lot higher. Even higher than loop 2. Which is interesting. So... oh man! Yeah, we'll see if it's one-hit kills now. That'd be really cool. I'd actually like that. Thoughts on Gradius 3 SA1? It's cool. Still hoping there will be a Castlevania Collection 2. Oh yeah, that would be nice. I agree, definitely. Gameplay and Talk versus Castlevania. Gameplay and Talk wins. Fatality. Friendship. Friendship again? You played the greatest role in this story. The man who gave the arcade operator money. It still doesn't matter though. Although actually, I think it does, because even if I get wall meat now, even if I get wall meat, it's not going to give me enough health back to absorb a hit. So basically, now it's just 1 hit, and then I can't do anything. Health won't do anything for me. Dude, look at how fast these bats are coming out. But what is a man? A miserable pile of flesh. Yeah, oh, whoa! Do I get less health back for those now? No, that's probably the normal. Oh, crap. But what is a man? A miserable pile of quarters. Yeah, people that go to arcades usually are pretty miserable. I know I am. Even though I love arcades. I always feel like I should be doing something better with my life. And then I put in another quarter. Let's go for the axe this time. Oh. So what I'm really curious to know now is if the damage output continues to go up by the end of this loop. Because it did on loop 1. But it might not. It might stay the same for the entire loop. Although the amount of damage received, I believe, is more now than it was at the end of Loop 1. I believe. Whoa. I have to play really careful now. Oh, great. We have to deal with Loop 2, Stage 4. That's gonna be real fun. Oh, come on. 3/4 of your health. It's crazy. Whoa, you take 3 hits now. Those guys take 2 hits. Alright, let's see if we can get this. Whee! Nope, I missed it. Oh, dude, we're almost out of time. What the hell? Oh, you just have to jump over like that. Okay. That's one of those Loop 2 secrets. And actually, having the stopwatch for the Medusa fight would be good, because it actually stops your timer, too. Although, I don't know if we can actually get to the end without running out of time. It's 57 seconds. Oh, I did not want that! Crap. Completely messed up my strategy. Wow. $29. $28. Oh boy. I might have just enough time. 20 seconds. Whew. 8 seconds left on the clock. Oh, man. Yeah, I always forget these first 3 levels have less time. So, you can't take your time like you can in the NES game. Whoa! He was sitting back. He was just like wiggling back and forth. It is not. The hardware is pretty much very similar, but this actually came out before the Play Choice 10s did. So these cabinets would usually just have one game in them. And then, crap. The versions of the games released as Versus versions sometimes had tweaks. Like Duck Hunt, for instance, had extra animation and stuff like that. Super Mario Brothers, the level design was very different for much of the game. Things like that. Castlevania and Gradius, you had basic, you know, basic balance tweaks to make the game harder. Whereas the Play Choice 10 versions were, they were always the actual NES games. Like, pretty much identical to the NES games. Alright, gonna do it this way again. This is like the 4th or 5th time we've been here today. Alright, let's see how this hellhole of a level goes. Oh, nice. Nice. Good start. Oh, that was lucky. So lucky. What? Yeah, see, the problem with this strategy, though, is that I can't get to Frankenstein and Igor with the holy water. So that's kind of a problem. And I actually can't take any hits at this fight now if I get to it. Yeah, it is very Halloween. Definitely. Just look at that! Oh, it's crazy. Like, how the hell are you supposed to do this? Hey, Mark. Oh, come on, dude. Boom. Second time. Your Walmart had one growing up. Nice, man. Very nice. You guys keep popping in. I might have to just stream Castlevania for the next 10 hours. Oh, I think I'd be pretty sick of the game by that point. Nice. That's exactly what I wanted. I knew that was gonna happen. It's hard to get past that skeleton without taking damage, unless you've got the axe. Or the stopwatch. So I can't take a single hit. Castlevania-thon. We have to make it through the next multiple screens before we can get some more health back. Without taking a hit, I mean. Oh no! Almost walked right into that. That's right, loop 2. Gotta show it off. Alright, cheese strat. Jeez, that's right. Alright, probably my least favorite. Well, yeah. This is actually the section that's given us the most trouble in this stream today. Oh! dive, and you dive. He always dives. I mean, he doesn't always dive, but on this set of runs, he's dived pretty much every single time. Just about. That was close. Nice. Did it without using the stopwatch. Well, that does not even gonna help me. Holy crap. Forgot. Oh no! Oh, God, we're done. We're done. We can't get past this now. It's pretty much impossible. Without extreme luck. Oh, okay. So they're just gonna keep spawning no matter what. God damn it. What a pain in the ass. Whew, we did it. It is a dance party. Castlevania rave. Would really like a doubler, please. I need a doubler right now. You're not giving it to me. Ooh, that was good. No! Oh, man. Something to do on your lunch break. Love your channel. Thanks, man. We will probably be wrapping up soon. I've already beaten the game like 4 times now, probably. Was it 4 times, guys? It feels like it. But I do want that doubler. Yeah, and that was my fault too for dying there. Like, I pressed the wrong direction on the arcade stick and I just couldn't get back in the right direction in time. Kurt's lost count. Well, people kept trickling in, so I was just like, alright, we'll go again. There we go. Play Sonic Halloween. What is that? Tell me more, Crestline. Hey, office. Hey, Grinch. Ugh. I think that's gonna be the last run though, guys, because we're nearing 3 hours now, and I think I'm gonna go crazy if I beat this game for the 5th time in a row. Or 6th? I don't remember the loop. I know I did 2 loops once. Yeah, that was the 4th time. Pretty sure that's the 4th time. Yeah, Red Dwarf goes, again! Do it again! This was in the name of science, though. I wanted to see if the damage output would increase. Hey, Mike. Yep, it's available in the Switch shop as well. Well, there's no point, Grinch, because the difficulty doesn't increase after Loop 2. Yeah, it's still the same. It is still the same. Go for stage 99! There is a point, though? What is that point, Grinch? To entertain? Although I wouldn't mind seeing to stage 99. Although if I want to go to stage 99, it should probably be one of the high score runs. The point is because Castlevania. Yeah, I was hoping for a one-hit kill too, Brian. That would have been really cool. You have disappointed me versus Castlevania. You have disappointed me. Jeez, man. The bats are definitely more frequent, though. That's for sure. Extra life. Look at that, 2 bats at once. I'm pretty sure that doesn't happen on the NES game. Aw, thanks people for the likes, I appreciate it. Alright, see you, Doomstash. Castlevania. Oops. All bats. Do I think modern shmups are harder difficulty than the old school stuff? Not necessarily. They're a totally different kind of dynamic, and in a lot of cases a different skill set is required. Like if you play, you know, one of the harder cave bullet hells, yeah, the dodging skills required are pretty different from very, you know, old school shooters. But old school shooters can still be insanely difficult, just in their own, you know, kind of unique way. Oops. Why am I still playing this game? Alright guys, Loop 2, whip only run. The R-type completion, hell yeah. I did that twice in one stream too. We went back to it later that night and did it again. It was cool. Oh. Oh, gypped. Are you talking the Axe Knights? No, they're easy, man. So the thing about Medusas is they go up and they go down. They go up and they go down. It's actually not very hard to dodge the Medusas. You just walk left or right. That's it. No jumping. You don't even have to whip them. And then with the Axe Armor Knights, all you have to do is just stand and whip their axes. Because your hitbox and your whip is so large that, yeah, you can hit the lower ones or the high ones with just a standing attack. And yeah, the enemies take a lot of hits. They're definitely endurance-based. But once you get it down, they're actually not that hard. Even combined with the Medusas. You just gotta position yourself right. See, now I kind of feel like getting back there just so I can show it off. What do you mean can't dodge the axes? You don't dodge the axes, you attack the axes. You whip the axes. Damn it, guys, now I'm gonna have to get all the way back there just to show what I'm talking about. Thanks, people. These Medusas are messing with me right now, too. This is definitely more difficult. Wait, what? Oh, that's right, I didn't have full health. Oh, it's an AVGN quote? Well, then I don't need to get there, then. Look at you guys quoting AVGN like it's coming straight from your mouth. Well, we are at stage 44. We're a little under halfway to 99. Were there... I don't think there were Medusas there. I mean, I'm gonna have to go back and look at the footage now, because I don't remember there being Medusas up top on Loop 2. Actually, you know what? Maybe they were. I just forgot. Yeah, Chuck E. Cheese. When I was a kid, they had some versus systems at Chuck E. Cheese. That was actually where I first experienced them. Oh, Andrew, I didn't see you out there. He said versus Top Gun was also hard. They shoot way more missiles. Yeah, I want to check out the other versus games. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I might have to just like rely on emulation for it. Yeah, I'd like to see the differences on other games like versus Top Gun and apparently there's a versus Trojan from Capcom. I believe that's what I read. NES version's pretty easy, so I'd like to know how the arcade version compares. That's the insanity taking hold. Would I say this is harder than Castlevania Chronicles? Stage 4, I'd say is... There we go. Yeah, I mean, overall, no. I mean, it's kind of apples to oranges, though, because, you know, Castlevania Chronicles loops 6 times. As opposed to just twice. But both games are pretty repeatable as long as you have a very specific strategy in mind for each level. So like level 4, my strategy is going to be the stopwatch. Although that also means I have to fight Frankenstein without the holy water. You know, I'm going to try to actually get through this without the stopwatch. I just want to see. Probably not going to happen. You guys will see exactly why. So again, we just wait in front of these candles on loop 2. Yeah, the big problem with this level is coming up right here. It's this part right here. And actually, you know what? I'm gonna try to just wait. That second merman comes up. Oh, you gotta be freaking kidding me, man. Red goes, I haven't seen this level before. Oops. Oh, sure. That was a high score. That's a lot of points. We went through 2 loops without continuing. Yeah, that one sucks. Alright, so again, I just wait, duck. Yeah, see, it's that middle one right there I don't know how to deal with at all. Alright, so I guess we're doing the stopwatch strategy again. But yeah, it's totally doable to do this first part without using the stopwatch on loop 2. You just have to... Oh, come on! You just gotta play smart. So don't rush. Just like this. I am not doing a whip-only run, no. We actually beat a bunch of the bosses earlier with just the whip. So I'm gonna save this for here. Go ahead and use it. And spam it. That's how you do it. But now we have to get to Frankenstein and Igor with not much health. We're probably gonna have to do this whole level over again. Not a good place to die. Yeah, just kill me. I can't do it like this. I am using an arcade stick. It's a Hori RAP4 for PS4 and PS3. I like using arcade sticks for arcade games, and I thought it would be fun to use an arcade stick with this one because this was pretty much exclusive to the arcade. This very specific Versus version, I mean. So if I was going to play the real deal, it would be on an arcade stick as well. Alright, let's try this again. These guys come out so fast. How many quarters do you think I've spent? Not many actually. Remember, we've gotten several 1-credit clears. So, I don't know, $1.50 maybe? $1.50 is not too bad for 3 hours of entertainment. Shoot, I was looking at my timer. I was looking at the time of the stream to see how long we've been going. Yeah, one thing about these bats here is you have to duck and attack them. And that's kind of throwing me off. So again, the problem right now is that I just don't, I don't have enough health. So we have to do this without taking a single hit. See, in that case, Office, this is definitely more challenging than Castlevania Chronicles. And I'm dead. Yeah, put your quarter up, Red. No cutting in line. Uh-oh. God damn it. Ah. Arcade prices today, it depends on the kind of arcade you go to. If you're playing modern games that cost like $10,000 for an operator, then yeah, they're gonna charge you like $1, sometimes $2 to play them. But if you go to like a retrocade or some place that has old school cabinets, chances are they're gonna be like a quarter, maybe 50 cents. So yeah, no, like that, inflation hasn't really done much for old games. Done much to old games. I had to wait. So everything right now, Death, does 3/4 of my health bar. Guaranteed. Everything. So I should clarify, we're on the second loop of the game, on hard mode. I was mashing the buttons, man. Why didn't that work? Alright, I'm gonna game over. Because I don't want to get to Frankenstein and Igor with, just one life left. So yeah, we are doing this on hard mode, and, hard mode is... Holy crap, dude. Hard mode's basically like the regular game, the normal loop, but... enemies do even more damage than they do on the normal loop, and then when you get to the second loop, their damage output increases even further than the second loop of normal mode. But technically it's easy mode in this. There's only easy and hard on this Arcade Archives version. Looks like sitting on the far right of that platform works pretty well. It's pretty consistent to get past that one merman. Oh, that was close. Oh, that was close too. I mean, if I get more hearts here, I do have a little bit of flexibility, because then I can just use the stopwatch, like right there. I'll take that. Thank you. All right. Oh, come on. Simple mistakes, man. I think I'm just getting burned out. I played too much Castlevania in one day. Too much Castlevania 1, I should say. Oh! Damn it. Trying to play it safe. Oh, Frankenstein's always possible without holy water. We've already beaten Frankenstein twice today with this crazy damage output, so that doesn't worry me. It's just getting back here is the problem, you know? Oh, like, see, like that. That's the kind of crap I'm talking about. Even if I go get my health back, I'll still die in one hit. My new definitive way to play the original Castlevania? I wouldn't say definitive. It's just a nice little option, you know? Because the one thing I don't like is that it does force me to play through the first 3 stages really quickly. They give you a lot less time, and so it's like, you know, it's a little bit harder to enjoy the first few levels. And I don't want to always be pushed forward against my will when I play the first Castlevania. Boom! 3rd time. Told you, E11. I love fighting Frankenstein, just whip only. The problem is risking the game over and having to do that whole damn stage over again. Thanks, Shiny Philistine. Alright, so I have to... The reason we're back here again... I meant to end the stream, but the reason we're back here again was to show off how to deal with the Axe Armor Knights, even though I don't think anyone actually cares. It's a record speedrun on this game? I don't remember what the world record is right now. Hey, Dasan. Oh, why did I do that? So yeah, I mean, holy water is the best way to deal with them, but I want to show you how to deal with them without holy water. Oh, it's currently 11:24. Okay. So all you have to do is just attack. And attack. And attack. The knights always stop for a split second right as they throw their axe. So what I just did there, you basically have to just do it while dodging Medusas. Which, yeah, if you're, you know, new to this game, it's very overwhelming. But you get used to it. The original world record is 11:24. So and again, because enemies do so much damage now, this isn't gonna help us out at all. I still die in one hit. Alright, so it's the same thing as before. You just dodge the Medusas now. So what I was talking about earlier, where you just walk back and forth. You can also line up your attack to hit the Medusas. So when they're at the middle of their swoop, you just attack them. I like to think of Medusas being at basically like 1 of 3 levels, usually, as long as I'm not jumping around. They're at a high point, a midpoint, and then a low point. Low point, you just walk over them. Midpoint, you attack. And then high point, you walk under them. Oh, you bastard. That was my fault. Oh, so, alright, see you, Dasan. Take care, man. Again, we'll do it again. Probably won't take any hits. Axe, 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 axe. I don't know why I'm saying axe. But there's an axe. You just literally stand and whip. That's it. Even for the low axes. And the thing about this is you can take your time too. I don't want that because I'm gonna use this cross on the Grim Reaper. You can also use the cross on these guys, but it always bounces off their shields. Oh, you gotta be freaking kidding me. I walked into a dagger by accident. Well, that's gonna make this fight real fun. Yeah, and the axe will only cut through the knights. Sorry, not the axe. The boomerang will only cut through the knights on their second to last hit. Yeah, there's no getting around that. Alright guys, well I think that's gonna do it. No point in me trying to go to that whole level again. I think that was the 5th time I did it in one stream, so we'll just get a game over and call it a stream. Oh man. Yeah, the holy water strategy is way easier. I mean, you don't even have to work at all. But fighting him normally with either the axe or boomerang is more fun, I would say. Check out the earlier parts of the stream to watch a normal fight with death without the holy water. I think it's on my first run. So, lots of good fights in this playthrough. I even did a fight with Medusa on the previous loop where I wasn't using holy water. So... thanks guys, I appreciate it. So let's go ahead and reset the game. Hey, no problem, Brian. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. I will see you guys hopefully tomorrow night. I will be streaming Doom 3, the PC version, the original version. Hopefully from start to finish. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do the whole thing. But I'm hoping I can. It should be a long one. So for those of you guys that have been looking out for Doom 3 for years, tomorrow is the night. Yeah, so stay tuned for that. I should be streaming at my regular time tomorrow. I think. I might go an hour or 2 late. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But I will definitely be doing Doom 3 tomorrow night. Do you know if the Xbox controller can be used for Doom 3 PC? I don't know. I don't know. I would assume on BFG edition, absolutely, but the original Doom 3, I'm not sure. I mean, keyboard and mouse is usually the way to go for PC first-person shooters. I mean, Doom 3, yeah. I don't know. It might. Crestline should be off tomorrow. Nice. Thanks, Mark. I appreciate it. It's not working for you. $37 likes. Thanks, guys. Yeah, I mean, it might not work. I mean, Doom 3, you know, I don't think id Software games... Well, no, the early id Software games use joysticks. Yeah, I don't know. You might want to see if there's a patch available or something. There are a lot of aftermarket patches for Doom 3, like mods and stuff like that. So there might be an aftermarket mod that gets it working for you. Or just play keyboard and mouse. I mean, if you're on PC, I'd recommend keyboard and mouse, honestly. But yeah. Yeah, nothing in the options menu? Yeah, that makes sense. If you're playing from Steam, you can go into Steam Big Picture mode and configure controls for the game. If you're on Steam, you definitely want to do that. And then it might work. You can also try the BFG edition. You know, since that game was ported to the consoles, and the PC version's probably basically the same, it might have controller support out of the box. You just made the transition. You're new with mouse. I would recommend getting used to the mouse. Honestly, like, once you get the hang of the mouse, you'll be glad you started using it, because it's so much more accurate than a dual analog stick setup. So, yeah, definitely get the hang of it. It's worth it. But alrighty, folks, that's gonna do it for us. Thanks everyone for hanging out tonight, or tonight. I normally stream at night. Thanks everyone for hanging out today. I appreciate it. It was a fun stream. The archive should probably be up later tonight when I wake up, whenever that is. And I'll try to have each run time-coded so you guys can just skip to it. And yeah, nothing else to report. Thanks Shiny Philistine again for that super chat earlier today. I really appreciate that too. And I'll get you on this list again. So, tomorrow night, I guess, I'll update this slide again for tomorrow's stream. But yeah, versus Castlevania, guys. Anyone's interested in this, you can get it on the Nintendo Switch or PS4. It is $7.99. And for big Castlevania fans that like a challenge, I think it's worth it. It's interesting seeing the difficulty changes, but also the updated color palette is really cool too. So, yeah, consider checking it out. For, you know, relatively casual players, I probably wouldn't recommend it. Just keep playing, you know, the original NES Castlevania or the Castlevania Anniversary Collection, which we also streamed last week. Oh, Shiny Philistine did play the BFG edition with a 360 controller. Okay, good. Good. Yeah, Morbid Peaches, thanks for stopping in. So, okay, guys, I'm out of here. You know, have yourselves a fantastic day or evening wherever you are in the world. And I guess until the next one, take it easy.